So hello, my name is Vincent Ryan and I work as a senior lecturer at Cork Institute of Technology. My own speciality is in information technology. In particular, my own personal specialisation is in information security. We have lots and lots of employers in information security in the Cork region, and for a small city we just have an amazing number. To name but a few: Cylance, Trend Micro, Intel, Intel McAfee, SolarWinds, Sophos, eCentire. These are all security companies which have located in the Cork region. So in information security, it is estimated that there are over 1 million vacancies worldwide, and our courses are geared to the industry's needs. When we designed our Masters in Information Security, we called together 16 employers in the local region. We supplied them with a draft of what we thought would be a good course, and they discussed it with us, and we made some changes based on their recommendations, and we think we now have the perfect course in information security. Artificial intelligence is the new big thing in IT. It is going to change the nature of work. Now lots of other companies are trying to catch up, and they're looking for these skills also. So they're looking for security skills, they're looking for artificial intelligence, and we're going to supply both. And we think that we don't have enough graduates coming from our colleges at the moment, so we're hoping to gain more by Indian students taking up these positions and going on to work. So at undergrad level we have four-year degree courses. They span from software development. We also have one specialising in web development. We've got one in computer systems, which is software development but at a lower level. And we also have one in IT management. So the IT management people would be different from the software development people in that they won't be coding as much, but they still need to know how to code a little bit. So they do a certain amount of scripting, mainly through Python, and they also learn a lot of Bash. We emphasize Linux in particular because employers are looking for Linux skills and networking, cloud infrastructures, and all the modern infrastructures in all our courses. And in particular for both, we look for someone who is interested in both courses. We'd like any student that's coming to our college to have researched the courses thoroughly, be enthusiastic about the courses, and really want to do well. On graduation, there are a number of industrial certifications that you could take up in the field of information security. So one of the best known ones is CISSP. That's kind of at a management, security management level, and if you want a deep down, hands-on, you could say qualification which involves maybe dealing with HEX. At that low level, you could look at what we call the OSCP, which is offered by the people who produce the Kali distribution. They're called offensive security. Will never be 100% solved. There will always be security gaps, and what's happening all the time is we keep raising the bar. That's what we call it. So it's like, think of someone doing the high jump, you jump over the bar and then they put it up and so on. So we as the defenders keep raising the bar, but attackers keep jumping over it, and then we raise it again and then they jump over it. So we keep making it harder and harder for attackers to gain access to our systems. Hacktivists, and a hacktivist is a group who maybe hack for political reasons. Sometimes they might want to give a message, or they might want to deface a website, put up an image that's offensive maybe on somebody's website. 10 years ago we were more interested in defending our networks, so we were putting up firewalls, trying to stop people from getting in. And we thought, okay, if we've got firewall and if we've got antivirus, we're safe. But that is not really the case. Nowadays we know that really we should do our best to defend ourselves. We don't get rid of antiviruses and firewalls. That would be like leaving your house and leaving the windows and the doors all open. But what we do as well is we need to monitor what's happening. The other thing that we need to address really are people skills in terms of security, because you can have all the security infrastructure you want, but if you've got employees who will click on that link, or if they get a bogus email telling them I'm your boss and you must now send 100,000 euros to this bank account because I've just secured a deal, and if you don't do it right now I'm going to lose that deal. And if you've got employees who are going to do that, then It doesn't matter what firewalls or SIEMs, as we call them, or intrusion detection systems or antivirus we have. If you've got employees that will do that, that will bypass all that. So that's what we call the human factor in security. So that needs to be addressed. You will get some people who will go on the dark web and who will hire a botnet, as it's called, or an exploit kit, and put that up, and doing that they may make some money for a day, but in most parts of the world they'll be caught fairly quickly and they will receive a punishment. But there are some parts of the world where, depending on the political situation and depending on what context they have, they may be able to get away with it, or get away with it for a long time. So another big thing, I suppose, in more recent years has been ransomware. You've probably all heard of ransomware. So ransomware is where they get into your files and they encrypt them all, and then they put up a notice saying, pay me a certain amount of Bitcoin or else you don't get your files back. So that's something that has been prevalent as well in recent years. There are lots of opportunities for doing PhDs in information security, but we're finding that most students, the job opportunities are so good that most choose to take up employment, because there are so many jobs. They have a choice of jobs, and they're well paid, and the jobs are good, interesting. That's one of the great things about information security. It's a really, really interesting field. Students who study it and people who work on it find it really interesting, so much so that it almost becomes their hobby as well as their job.